So we're here on Cedar Creek, and you know, this is known as a trophy bass lake, but today it's all about red ear and bluegill.
And that's what we're here for today, is to sample the bluegill and red ear population.
Well, as an avid fisherman, I have never been on a shocking boat, so I'm looking forward to this afternoon, see what comes up.
It's the best way to fish. I can catch a lot of fish with a shocking boat.
So I'm gonna hop in this shocking boat for the first time, and I'm gonna be in here with a long-term guy, Danny Parks. I know he can be a bit of a prankster.
Yeah, Danny's he's really witty, and he's been a lot of fun to work with. He keeps us on our toes. Usually with novice dippers, they hit him a lot in the head with the back of the handle when they're swinging around trying to put fish to live wells. So if you could hit him in the head a few times, that would be good.
So we got Danny Parks. How many years with the Fisheries Division?
I started in May of '83.
May of 1983. So you're gonna give me my first rundown. The very first time I've been on a shocking boat. I'm really interested in learning a little bit about this. So you kind of told me what I got to watch out for. Just keep my hands out of the water is the main thing, right?
That's right. Just don't put any part of your body in the water. And when you're bringing the net around, keep from wearing my head out. Just bring it straight up in the air and turn around, and then just turn it over and kind of flip it.
I was told by John Williams to do it exactly opposite.
The opposite? Well,
just about 2 minutes
ago. That doesn't surprise me.
Well, we've got a generator on there, and we have a control box that adjusts the amperage that goes into the water. We normally shock at about 4 or 5 amps, and it's pulse DC. So it actually makes the fish, once they feel the electrical current, it makes them actually swim toward the electrodes. And then once they get close enough, they just kind of roll over and float up.
I like the shocking probably as good as anything, because you never know what you're going to get and how big they are.
This from day one has been designed to be a trophy bass lake, right?
It's really been what we envisioned. It's been a really good trophy bass lake. It's probably our best lake for numbers of large fish.
Pretty good one right there. Nice largemouth. Uh-oh, I made a rookie mistake. I've caught a log. So you've been doing this for 30 years, you said, right?
33 years.
And I'm sure that this was probably your dream job when you got started.
Absolutely. Most people ask you, they say they can't believe you get paid to do this.
All of us are really passionate about fishing and have enjoyed our careers, and Danny's no exception. It's been a close-knit group.
You ever hear that in your sleep?
That motor?
Yeah, that generator?
Yeah, at times.
So you guys are going to shock the same areas that you have shocked in previous years, so that the study is similar time of year.
Right. We do standardized locations each year to try to keep that consistent. And so we've got areas on the map that we go to each time and try to do it the same time of year to kind of reduce the variability in the data. And we try to get a catch rate for each species, a size distribution, and we can compare it to previous years to kind of see the trend in the population.
Here I dipped up so much debris, but getting a little better. I'm not sure our numbers will show that.
Bluegill 3.9.
And it's going to be interesting because I'm looking at some of these fish, and at a really small size, sometimes red ear are kind of hard to tell the difference.
They are a little tough, yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see watch you go through this.
Bluegill 2.6, bluegill 2.3, bluegill 2.8.
The percentage of fish that make it to adult class, it's pretty common to have a lot more small ones than.
Right. You know, when they first spawn, you know, there's a lot of fish, and then as each year, you know, usually it's at least half of them of that year class die. So by the time you get up to 3, 4, 5-year-old fish, you know, there's not near as many. Here's a bluegill versus a red ear.
It's almost got that smallmouth bass vertical line.
Yeah, and it's a little curvy.
Yeah.
And then just that little red ear flap.
This kind of job here kind of spoils you on fishing, though. Fishing's a lot slower than this.
I know our fisheries crew goes around and has tournaments, you know, amongst ourselves, and we had shocked this lake and rolled up bunches of big bass, and so Danny and I thought, well, we'll enter the tournament, the fisheries tournament, and we fished all day, and I caught one little bass about that long after we'd shocked up, you know, hundreds of big ones, and so I thought,
You had too much information.
yeah.
Well, first time ever how bad was I?
You were all right. You were pretty good. You didn't hit me in the head not one time.
And did you notice that about halfway through I quit dipping and my eyeballs were about that big and I was just eyeballing those bass and I was like, what's going on here? And then I started pulling the net and I noticed, man, my net's about this long, your net's about that long, and I was having a heck of a time pulling through the water. Then I realized you don't pull it through the water, you quickly reach in and dip them, don't you?
So you're blaming the net for only catching 3 fish?
I'm going to use the net a little bit, but I think it's the technique of just going in and picking them up and not trying to pull that net through the water. Probably has a lot to do with it. Okay. So I noticed that obviously you got a lot more expertise at this, but you did a good job.
Like John Williams when he dips.
Do they give you the long net with a hole in it too? That was a fun time though. I really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to, are we doing it again?
You did really good for your first time.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, you've only got one way to go.
That's right. As long as that one way ain't into the water.